Woo! Good morning, YouTube. Sorry I haven't vlogged this week. I was stuck in that polar vortex. Yeah. Picked the load up in where did I pick it up at? Columbus, Ohio. At Coca-Cola, going to Mason City, Iowa. Okay. Picked the load up. And started heading that way. Now, I was overdue on a service, so I stopped at New Paris, Ohio, where the Petro is, right there on 70 at the Indiana-Ohio line, to get my service done. So I got that done. And then temperatures were going to drop. And they did. Shut my truck off that night. Couldn't get it started the next morning. I should have ran it all night. So I should have done. And anyway, I sat there. What day was this? Today's Friday. This is Monday. Anyway, sat there all day trying to get it started, and I guess since the temperatures dropped, the engine pretty much froze. Okay. Not an anti-gel issue because my Rigmaster and my bunk heater were running all night. So anyway, Petro came out there, tried to get it started. They couldn't get it started. Had to call a tow truck. Tow truck pulled me away from the trailer, put me into the bay, and 3 hours later my truck was running. Haven't shut it off since. So anyway, left out the next morning. Obviously I wasn't going to make I was supposed to deliver this load Wednesday morning at 8:30. I didn't get there until 4 o'clock that afternoon. Well, on my way there I started having crankcase pressure, so I stopped in Davenport, Iowa at the Peterbilt and got a crankcase filter, changed it out, and as soon as I changed it out and I cleared the codes out and everything, I got 3 miles down the road and it came back on my stop engine light. So I stopped at the Walcott TA, and I pulled in there, hooked up the laptop to it, and cleared the code again. And that did it. For some reason the first time didn't do it, but the second time it did the trick. So anyway, got back down the road, got 100 miles down the road, stop engine came on again. I was like, holy crap. So comes to find out that I learned something about these crankcase pressure, especially on these, because I got a Cummins ISX, is that your engine produces vapors that come through the crankcase filter. And with it being negative 20, negative 30, which is the temperatures I was in, that'll freeze up and clog up the filter. So anyway, it never shut down my engine, so I made it to my receiver. And when I got to my receiver, I just looked on the ground and my truck engine's just leaking oil everywhere. So what had happened was that new filter that I put in, it clogged up again because it was so damn cold, that my crankcase pressure was built up so much that it was just pushing oil out any weakest spot. So anyway, I dropped my loader trailer, hooked up to an empty one, called a Kenworth dealership, and they said, yeah, we got this an upgraded, better version of, the regular crankcase filter, except this one doesn't have any filament. It just it's all hollow, and it has a check valve, and it allows the pressure to be released to satisfy your engine and everything. And and it was $90. So I was like, hey, you know, at this point I thought I just blew my engine, and you know, I'm thinking overhaul, you know. So I go up there and I put it in, and sure enough, that did the trick. I haven't had any problems since. So I stopped at the Petro in Albert Lea, Minnesota. I stayed the night there. And then I realized I checked out my empty trailer, opened up the engine compartment, and it was just packed with snow, which is why it wouldn't start. Not to mention it was froze up. So I don't know how long that trailer has been sitting there. So the next morning, which would be Thursday morning, I put it in the Petro shop. We were in there for about 3 hours trying to defrost this thing. Finally got it started. And then I picked up a load in Albert Lea at Minnesota Freezer and brought it down here to Lincoln, Nebraska, which is where I'm at now. So I got a 9 o'clock appointment. It's 7:36 a.m. I'm fixing to go in there and check in. So, but it's just amazed me how many trucks I saw going from the Petro in Indiana up to Mason City, and then Mason City to Albert Lea to here. How many trucks, I lost count, how many trucks I saw broke down on the side of the road, and I'm pretty sure it's because of gelling issues. Guys, if it gets into the teens or the negatives, one bottle of anti-gel is not going to cut it. Okay? Now, what I did, and I probably overdid it, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Back in the days, I used to use House, but now I use Power Service. You know, the ones that come in a white bottle. I put 3 bottles of Power Service in each of my tanks. That is 750 gallons worth of treatment in a 120 gallon tank each. So it's 6 bottles total I put in my tank, and every time I got fuel I put another bottle in. So my fuel was treated. I never had any issues, none whatsoever. Matter of fact, my Rigmaster was running. I mean, granted, I idled the whole time I was there because, yeah, it was just too damn cold. If you don't idle, you're going to have hell trying to start your truck, if it even starts, which is probably not. And I knew mine wouldn't start. Because I have that Maxwell engine start module, and it's only designed for like a 6-second crank. And, yeah. So, but anyway. I didn't vlog because I was having truck issues, and vlogging was the last thing on my mind. So I was dealing with that. I was wore out. I was stressed out. I'm sure it would have made great content, but maybe in the future I can might incorporate that in the vlog next time I have a situation. But it was so damn cold being outside. You know, holding the camera was just the last thing on my mind. So. But all is good. I mean, my truck's still leaking a little bit, but I think that's just residual oil. I mean, because it was leaking bad when I first noticed it, and it's just, I think, you know, when it was cold, the oil was thick and everything, which is why it didn't leak. And now that it's almost 30 degrees outside now, thank God. Okay, 19 degrees. With the vibrations of the engine and the fan and everything, it's just blowing all that residual oil that already leaked. That's just, you know, resting on a whatever underneath my engine, and it's just. But yeah, so I'm gonna go in here and check in and see if I can get unloaded.
things you've done and all that you've been through. You have kept your front wheel facing headlong in the wind. Most folks only dream about the places that you've been.
Well, I tell you what, man, this weather is crazy. Here it is Friday, and just Wednesday and Thursday morning, it was early Thursday morning, it was negative 35 degrees with a wind chill of negative 60. And now I'm on 80 heading west. I picked up my load there in Crete, Nebraska. It's going to California, but I'm taking it to Cheyenne, and then a team's going to take it from there. And then I got to pick up my load tomorrow at Fort Morgan, going to Atlanta or Noonan, Georgia, for Tuesday. But it is 55 degrees right now. I feel like putting shorts on. I need a shave. But yeah. Crazy, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Gonna stop in North Platte, Nebraska to get fuel. Head to Cheyenne. I'll be there about probably about 8 o'clock tonight.
You've had yourself some good times. You've had your share of strife. You have lived your life like you always said you would. You have lived a life most folks wish they could. Oh man, rider, keep on living. Keep on living life.
what's going on, y'all? Man, this weather has been crazy. Good and bad. Oh, if you guys haven't tried this is the Body Armor drink. Orange mango. Oh, it's good. Anyway, today. Well, like yesterday, it was, well, a couple of days ago, it was a negative 35 degree weather. Today, it got up to 60 degrees. I wanted to put shorts on. So anyway, I picked up my load in Crete, Nebraska today, and I brought it up here to Cheyenne. I'm here at the TA, and it's 8:30 p.m. and I swapped out with another driver, team truck. They're taking it. The load's going to California. I'm not going to take it to California. So I swapped out with them. I'm staying here for the night. I gotta go pick up my load tomorrow morning in Fort Morgan, going to Noonan, Georgia. Thankfully, getting me down to some weather, but man, I ain't never. If another polar vortex comes in, I'm going home, or going to Florida or something. I ain't going. Truck issues. You know, you have to idle. Negative 35 degrees, you have to idle, and you better treat your tanks good. I had 3 bottles of power service, the big bottles, in each tank. That's 750 gallons worth of treatment and 120 gallon tanks. I might have overdid it, but I wasn't taking no chances. So, needless to say, I didn't have any issues. My truck ran idle, no problem. I lost count on how many trucks I saw on the side of the road gelled up. 1 bottle is just not going to cut it. 2 bottles may not cut it. I don't know. I ain't never been in negative 35 degree weather in my truck before, so I wasn't taking no chances. Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to end the vlog here. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. So, on that note, if you like this video, hit that like button. Comment down below what you think. Hit that notification bell button so you get notified. Man, I need to shave. I'm gonna wake up in the morning and take a shower and I'll shave. So anyway, subscribe, share the video with your buddies, and I'll see y'all Tuesday.